Hi, this is Mike Cuddy, and I'm here to talk about my newest project. And I actually finished this project like 6 weeks ago or so, maybe a little longer than that. I've been meaning to get around to post it, so here it is. And it's actually, as you can see, a project on suicide. And before I start, I guess I'll just say what technologies I'm using. It's basically Flask, Python. Flask is Python's web framework, one of them, like Django. It's more like Express, pandas for the data science and NumPy, and then Vue 2. So the purpose of this project was basically to examine some suicide data that I got off Kaggle. Actually, if I go right back to that website, there's the link right here. And here's the data, and it basically has suicides by country, uh, and year, female, age group, and then essentially the population of the country at the time. I didn't actually use the population column at all. This was a kind of a very simple, basic suicide project. But I shouldn't say it was that basic. It does have some pretty good information in it. So this is the home page, and I kind of had this effect right here as the background changes as you move into each of the areas. Kind of have some down photos. Uh, and it's fully responsive as well. If we change that right down there. So that could have been a little bit better, I guess. But that was something that would really focus on the data there. So it has a quick facts page, which we'll look at, a graph page, and a world map page. Now, if we head over to the facts page, this is basically like a simple page where you can look at suicides by country. So I can like look at Belgium, submit, and it tells you how many suicides happened in Belgium. And that's from the start of the data set, which is 1979, and it goes to, I think if I remember correctly, 2016 or 2015. So you can get all those stats in the country. See, combined for male 5 to 14 years, there's 7,304 suicides. Female, everything like that. And this project is not meant to like be something to prevent suicide, it's just to give you facts about it. Here's some graphs that I built on it. The graphing library I think that I used was Google Charts for this. So it's the first time I've used it, and I actually really enjoyed using it. And I actually used material design cards right here, I believe, as well. So I try to summarize the graphs. This is total suicides by year for the whole world. The big drop right here actually happened because there's no data from the Soviet Union, well, Russia, but the Soviet Union at the time. So that's why there's a big fluke in the data right there. It just drops. This is total suicides by year in the U.S. So, I mean, I find it kind of interesting with this dip right here because it's kind of like the late part of the 90s when the U.S. economy was doing really well. Then the 2001 dot-com bubble burst and 9/11 and everything like that. So suicides start going up, and as you can see, they just seem to be shooting up. This is by U.S. male, U.S. female. Here's suicides by age group in the U.S., so I can look at different age groups. Here's a tree map of the top top 5 countries with most suicides. So the only thing about this tree map is I could not get the tooltips to get. I tried using Z-index, it just would not come to the front. So that was the basic tree map right there, and how easy it is to use and everything. The world map is something I was really most happy of. So this is a world map, and you can increase the year, and the countries change. And as you can see down here, the darker green means more suicides. So each year it'll change. You see this just went blank because there's no data for Russia in 1983. And it looks like for 1984 as well. In 1985 there, the data comes right back. So yeah, that's something I'm most proud of right there. I really like this map and how everything changes. And when my next data science project that I'll be presenting probably tomorrow night, making a video for, you'll see that I do the same thing with it's a wine project, and I do this exact same thing. So really, I like that feature a lot. And then finally, this about page is the same exact page as the one I built on my project yesterday. I really don't want to waste time on an about page. The project's main focus is to do a data science topic. So again, that's this project, and I really like how it at least turned out with a lot of the data aspect and how you can get a lot of information on it. What I would have liked to do is started to use a little bit of machine learning on it, but that's something that I haven't touched in, and I'll probably in the next few weeks or months slowly start adding some basic machine learning aspects to my projects. But overall, it was a good project, I think. And like I said, I used Python, like the server side is all the code right here. So the Python, all its code to run. And then over here is a client, which uses Vue. I did not use Vuex in this project. I do in my next project on Wine that I'll be showing again tomorrow. Here's a Vue router, all the different components that I have for it. So, and I'll also, as I work more and more with components, I actually split them up more and more. So I'll have like a component, like I'll have like an about page, but I would have like the header be a separate component, the main section be a separate component for the about. So the about page is made up of multiple components, the graph pages. So if you actually look at it, I kind of start doing that with each different graph has a different component. So yeah, that's essentially this project, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and that's it for now.